This is Sonny. I'd say our top two are finances. Finances for a building fund. We have several buildings on our campus, and some of them we're not able to use. And so we're asking legislature to be able to restore these buildings and also to tear them down and replace them. Our second issue would be we need to hire more staff. Fortunately, our school employs a high number of deaf teachers. We also have some hearing teachers who come in, teach for a while, and then leave and go to another school. They do so because of the pay. And so if we could increase the salary of the staff, of the teachers, so I would say our top two would be finances for both the staff and the building. Our third would be outreach and recruitment. We need more students. We would love to increase the critical mass of the school. Our classroom size right now is 10 students per teacher, and fortunately in the public schools we've been able to have programs. Many of our students have transferred to mainstream schools and left us.
We have three big challenges, and I believe the first would be obviously funding and fundraising to remodel what we have for the safety of the children as well as build new structure. I think for us as well, it just started a few weeks ago actually, so that's probably our biggest one. The second one is making sure that we have a high standard and high expectations for our student body. And we are transitioning from the old school way of thinking into a more modern mindset. And we're really trying to provide our children with exactly what they need. And we want them to live up to our teachers' high expectations. The third is probably the challenge of becoming a bilingual school. And I would say that's probably one of the biggest challenges that we're going to face in the next few years. I want to respect both languages and make sure that both teaching mechanisms are appropriate for those children.
I think the three challenges that we have, like my colleagues, is funding would be the top one. We're not able to replace buildings because of financial constraints. The second would be retirement. We have people leaving, and it's hard to recruit qualified people. And certainly based on the salary that we offer, it makes it difficult to recruit. St. Johns County, where St. Augustine is located, the teachers are paying the schools are paying 35% higher than they are in St. Augustine. And so we've asked legislature to pay equal to public schools so that we can recruit for our school as well. The next challenge would be dealing with change in what the education that we provide our children. It's an older school. Our staff are old school, and so having buy-in for change is a challenge. We've just currently hired a new president in April. It's our third president. And that has been a challenge in the staff turnover.
Definitely. Financial funding, that is definitely the biggest constraint. I can completely sympathize with everyone on the panel this morning. There's the 4201, it's a Federal Education Act. It supports 11 deaf-blind schools throughout the United States. And there are 2 schools under the 4201. Until last year, there was a line item for the budget for 4201 schools that would receive some of that funding. And last year, that line item was removed from the budget. I know there was a lot of fight trying to get that changed and corrected. And we were successful, and so that was something that was transferred over to the local school district so that that could be distributed properly. Now the Lexington school, 95% of our students are from New York City, which means we have to deal with the New York City Board of Education. We have to be very nice to them so that they will give us, that they send us the funding. They make the decision on whether or not they send children to our school. That can be a challenge in itself. Another challenge is the school in New York City. 75% of the parents are not, they're immigrants. They are not U.S. citizens, not born in America. So IEP meetings can be a little difficult because you have several spoken language interpreters, and then you also have sign language interpreters. And just elementary and preschool children, that doesn't seem to be the problem, but once they move to America, they get placed into different schools, different grades, and with no language once they enter our school. So that's a place that we have to start. It can be very challenging when students enter our school.